Hey there. Didn't see you. So dark out here. Let's do something about that. Why, behold, it seems we've gained absolute power over time itself. Sunset's so much nicer, don't you think? This, unfortunately, is not Erwin being recognized as a divinity by the astral bodies, but a program called an amnesis that sits external to Final Fantasy XIV and lets you do all kinds of things visually. We can change the time of day, the weather, and we can also mask our own gear. This is ultra high-end PvP stuff for the top 100 combatants from previous season, and I admire it so, but man, is that cloak a little bit undignified. I don't know that there's a disable cloak button around here. Maybe manually adjust visor? No. Anything else? Toggle character display mode. I don't even know what that one's for. Nope, nothing. Well, we're just gonna turn that program off. And then the next we load, which will be very soon now, we will be restored to our normal appearance. Good to know that that's on the table, though. Flux just turned on in a huge way. Getting started real late here. Typical. Alright, we are the Talk of Kurthus. Let's go ahead and meet up with our contact. What was the dude's name? I think he may be a little bit doomed. Show me the next task. Oshfon. The Talk of Kurthus. As you've doubtless realized by now, the high houses of Ishgard, House Fortom included, are either unable or unwilling to offer you formal assistance in your search. However, that does not mean that there are not influential individuals within each house who are sympathetic to your cause. I shall be sending missives to their various representatives in Ishgard, though I suspect it would be quicker and more efficient if you were to make inquiries on your own. Lady Nin of mine own House Fortom, who resides here in Camp Dragonhead, rather enjoys the company of travelers. There's also Kravelin of House Halone, who can be found at Skyfire Locks, though any information you pry from the scribe may prove difficult to parse. Have you spoken with the chief astrologian of House Durandare yet? Really? Perhaps he'll be more accommodating once I inform him that you are a friend of House Fortom. Do not concern yourself with House Zemael. I shall contact them myself. Seek the counsel of the three I mentioned and return to me when finished. Now let's turn the music back on. We can go with a 4. We'll stay up at the 4. Oh, you're inside, aren't you? But I was relying on you. I was counting on you being on the roof. Oh boy, the music is really dramatic here. Nin. Why, hello, good sir. What's that? An airship, you say? I hate to disappoint you, but I know nothing of what you seek. Likely no one of House Fortom does, for if they did, I would definitely know as well. The topic on everyone's lips these days is what will become of young Lord Francel. Some say the allegations are long overdue, given how many members of House Halone have been found guilty of heresy in recent days. Anything else to say? In case you're unaware, House Fortom is quite willing, even eager, to employ adventurers and sell swords. The commander in particular is known to possess a soft spot for your type. Not everyone is of one mind on this matter, of course, but I've made it known to the others that I support this endeavor. Men like yourself can be quite helpful, or if nothing else, quite fascinating. Horny for the swordsman, huh? Well, I'm gonna have to disappoint you. I'm married to the bird. The Talk of Kurthus. Where's the third? Oh, cool. There's a nice straight line here. Clean shot across the snow. Hello. Oh, this is a house. Built straight into the living rock. Hey, Marty Alice. How fares the weather? Storm in these parts means no runners can be sent to the next fort, nor can any signals be seen. Once the whiteness falls, each lock is an island which must fend for itself. Yeah, I guess so. It's not a long walk, I mean. Kravelin. Halone grant me strength. There must be some way to... Oh, who are you? Friend of Lord Orchefort. I want to help you, I truly do. But these accusations of heresy have thrown House Elenard into chaos. Right now we must focus on combating these charges and preserve our reputation. Great. All we need is a glance at the records, my friends. Just a peek, just a little look. I just want to know where the boat fell down. Just let me see where they dropped. Kubu is also your dammit. Kubu milked a yawn out of me. First, I could steer the Observatorium of Ethereal and Astrological Phenomena. There we go. We got it out that time. Straight cruising. Hey, you. It's Forlamore. I gather you've been busy since we last spoke. Lord Orchefort's missive was positively glowing. But if you think that his endorsement is cause for me to disregard Ishgardian policy, then you are sorely mistaken. We are at war, sir, and the enemy grows bolder by the day. Why, in the short time since Inquisitor Guillaume arrived in Kurthus, countless heretics have been discovered, even amongst the elite of Ishgardian society. If Lord Orchefort wishes to waste his days chasing after a long-lost airship, then that is his choice. If Lord Orchefort wishes to waste his days chasing after a long-lost airship, then that is his choice. But if he expects others to share in his folly, then he is truly blind to the present state of affairs. Seems like we have a widely distributed power network here. Everyone is their own agent. I just need to peek at the records, boys. I really don't need... I'm very good at libraries. Should see my library use. I am straight out of Call of Cthulhu. I can find what you need, what I need. You just need to give me the key. I might be keeping it when I'm done. If your astrologians are that good at detecting the falling of a sparrow hundreds of miles away, I'm sorry, Yalms. By your countenance, I take it you did not learn anything of use. Nor did I fear. Seems the whole of Kurthus is consumed by this talk of heretics in the high houses. We can only hope that my sources in Ishgard proper provide more pertinent information. Well, thanks. Road to Redemption. Had another personal request to make of you. It concerns Lord Francel, of whom much has been whispered in recent days. I've received a report that he and 3 knights were seen heading north toward the Steel Vigil. The outpost was long ago overrun by the Dravanian horde, so I'm not certain on what he intends to accomplish with such a small force. Whatever his motives, I fear for his safety. Pray journey to the Steel Vigil and see if Lord Francel's party requires assistance. Are you sure he doesn't sympathize with the Dravanians? Because, you know, when you get generational conflict like this, it's hardly a shock when younger members of the side that seems more urbanized and entrenched ask themselves, so why have we been murdering dragons for thousands of years, or hundreds of years, however long it's been? We'll learn more about that much later. Hey, Francel. Who goes there? Erwin? No, stay back. The fiend is still here. He's big. He's small. Halone be praised, you did it. But what of the others? The 3 knights who accompanied me, where are they? There's one. He's been off-put. Unsettled, unnerved. Well, rattled. Heard the beast's cries from over yonder. Then Lord Francel is safe. Bless you, sir, bless you. I guess you'd be in trouble if the little lord didn't come back. An unnerved knight. Curse those fiends. It's as though they knew we were coming. Like as not, they did. Unfit night. That's harsh. I don't want to be flying. Just let me off the pony. There we go. Oh my god, let me off the pony. Finally, couldn't have helped them up from the air. Confound it all, how are we to redeem House Halone if we cannot even slay a single Avis? We were fortunate that you came along when you did, sir. House Halone will remember your kindness. I got important business elsewhere. Francel. He needs help again. This boy gets winded laying down. It was a foolish thing to do, I know, but we'd hoped we might demonstrate our devotion by slaying a number of scalekin. Moreover, it was House Halone that yielded this steel vigil to the Horde many years ago. One might say that our defeat here heralded the slow decline of our house's once great name. We may have been brought even lower by these despicable accusations of heresy, and despite my best efforts, I have done naught to improve the situation. The day of my trial approaches. Soon I must accept the judgment of the Inquisitors, whatever it may be. But even should my protestations fall on deaf ears, I will proclaim my innocence to my dying breath. Orchefon, your buddy just went out to get himself killed. I guess, I mean, do you really think you would have been considered redeemed? By the laws of your people, would you have been remembered? Nobly, I think you would have been remembered as a traitor and a coward, Orchefon. What did you find at the Steel Vigil? I see, a reckless plan, but at least it did not cost him and his knights their lives. I have news for you as well. A witness to the final flight of the Enterprise has been found. Alas, there is a complication. It has become common knowledge that you paid a visit to Lord Francel at Skyfire Locks not long ago. Upon learning of this, the witness became understandably reticent to make your acquaintance, for fear of being seen in the company of a man who might later be declared a heretic. A not unreasonable fear, given the zeal with which Inquisitor Guillaume has conducted his investigations. In any case, if we wish to obtain his testimony, we must first clear Lord Francel's name, and by association yours. Following the evidence, as I see it, the key to proving Lord Francel's innocence is discrediting the evidence against him. Very, very straightforward thinking. I speak of the draconian rosary found in the chest you yourself recovered. If you would, please tell me of the incident in question. It was found in a locked chest labeled as the property of Lord Francel. If the rosary was not his, then someone else with access must have planted it. Here's what you must do. Return to Skyfire Locks and speak with Rickaman. He works closely with the porters who ferry goods across Kurthus, so that he may have some inkling who could be responsible. All right, let's go talk to Rickaman. This is where you get truly torturous if you're going on foot. Like, there's so much just walking back and forth here. Right across these few acres of snow. A handful of stars. Where are we? Rickaman. Hey, someone tampering with shipments. Fury strike me down if all them rosaries found in our people's possession were planted. Hey now, don't you give me that look, lad. I'm House Halone man, through and through. This heresy nonsense is bad for me and my family, too. I ain't saying the porters what were bringing their shipment did it, though. I know most of them will work the trade routes, and I never had any cause to question their faith. But if it wasn't them neither, then your guess is as good as mine. After all, most every shipment is thoroughly inspected before it. Could have been the fellows that were responsible for the inspections. Ashgardian Knights and Inquisitors, the lot of them. As if they'd ever turn their cloaks. I reckon that means the porters are your most likely suspects. Hate to think it. Maybe you should question them. There's a crew coming to Camp Dragonhead from White Brim Front this morning. You might consider having a word with them. Where are they? They're over there. Probably faster just to fly than to teleport. Please, walk back and forth. Yep. Just zipping over the snow. This would definitely be a place where I could start cutting things. Wait, this isn't the person we're looking for? Well, match traveler, update your register with your chocobo. An apathetic porter. Beg your pardon? You suspect that we porters have been planting draconian rosaries in the House Halone shipments? The nerve. If you truly believe such nonsense, search our parcels and see what you find. Thank you. Find a draconian rosary hidden in the parcel. You find a draconian rosary hidden in the parcel. And you find a draconian rosary hidden. I didn't say it that time, but I suspect they all did. Are we finished? If so, I'd appreciate an apology. The brand of an unbeliever and enemy of the Holy See. Oh, there were only two. But that's impossible. Once the knight at White Brim Front concluded her inspection, I loaded the parcels into the wagon myself, and if I had been the culprit, I would never have allowed you to search my shipments. Say what you will, Lord Rochefort, I will not be held accountable for this. Or you saw that the game was up, dude. Or you saw that the only way was to pass the buck to that knight. Did something happen outside? Thought I heard shouting. But more importantly, what did Rickaman have to say? Take the rosaries, please. More draconian rosaries in every single parcel bound for Skyfire locks. That beggars belief. Even the Inquisitors must acknowledge that it is no more than a crass attempt to study House Halone's reputation. Whoever is responsible has overplayed his hand. And praise Halone that he did. Lord Francel's trial is upon us, and we must act now if we're to clear his name. Keep talking. From the very first, I knew that there could not be so many members of House Halone were heretics. At least we can give the lie to these poisonous allegations and put an end to this travesty. I will need to prepare a formal statement regarding these developments for the Holy See. In the meantime, I would have you bear my words to Inquisitor Brigitte. Tell her that House Fortemps asks, nay, demands, that Lord Francel's trial be postponed until a full investigation has been conducted. Couldn't you have, asked and demanded that originally? Hey, Brigitte, you were very scary when last we spoke to you. What is it, my child? Lord Rochefort would have the Inquisitors do what? But that is not possible. Inquisitor Guillaume presides over Lord Francel's trial at Wishdrop even as we speak. And not, if Lord Francel is innocent, he shall walk in Halone's halls with the fallen heroes of Ishgard. Does my presence make you uncomfortable? Even more so now. Glad we're gonna have to seek Rochefort's permission. They've taken Lord Francel to Wishdrop. This is madness. The Inquisitor does not have sufficient grounds to subject him to that manner of trial. I will not stand idly by and allow an innocent man to die. Long Point, I would dispatch you and one of my knights to Wishdrop to forestall the proceedings until such time as I'm able to join you and petition Inquisitor Guillaume in person. I will endeavor not to keep you waiting too long. Do whatever you must to keep Lord Francel alive. Well, sure. I would love to save a life tonight. Wishdrop sure is a name that suggests that's trial by throwing someone off a cliff so that they can go to heaven if they innocent and hell if they ain't. Oh, Renee, hail Long Point. As you can see, Lord Francel yet lives. We must try to reason with the Inquisitor, but if his guards judge us a threat, we must be prepared to defend ourselves. Very, very easy. Let's move. Joaquin Charlemagne Francel de Denart, you stand accused of heresy against the Holy See of Ishgard. Is that what you wish to say in your defense? Hear me, brothers. These charges are false. The men and women of my line have ever opposed the Dravanians, and I am no different. Since the very birth of our nation, we have gladly shed blood in service to the Holy See. Condemn me, and you will strike a blow for the enemies of Ishgard. It is for Halone to judge if you speak the truth. Prove your innocence in the eyes of gods and men. Leap from the cliff, and entrust your fate to the Fury. The righteous shall take their place in Halone's halls, while the wicked shall reveal their draken forms and be put to the sword. In the name of House Fortemps, I beseech you, stay your hand. Inquisitor, we are come on behalf of Lord Rochefort. My lord has uncovered evidence which suggests that the charges against Lord Francel are without merit. They're very pretty. Is this a lady? We humbly request that these proceedings be suspended until such time as a full re-examination of the facts has been conducted. Cheep, clop, clop. Lord Horschfont has allowed his personal relationship with the accused to cloud his judgment. That he should harbor private doubts, I might have allowed, but that he could dare interfere in legal proceedings sanctioned by the Holy See, I cannot. To defy the will of an inquisitor is to commit heresy, a crime for which there is but one punishment. Swing! We must hold them until Lord Horschfont arrives, Longpoint. Remember, no harm can come to the Inquisitor. Is that literal, or will I fail if I do an AoE and cut him in half? Looks like it's literal. How convenient that the Paladin has access to his AoE combo. Your shield bears no sigil, sir. Do you serve the Holy See or one of the High Houses? Alderic says, I serve a higher power. Where's our off-global cooldown stun? Alderic. Look, Lord Horschfont has come. Yes, indeed he has, on his big... Where are you going, Horschfont? In the name of House Fortom, I demand you lay down your arms. There's more dudes. Ishgardian scum, today you shall answer for your sins. Well, that sure doesn't sound like something an Ishgardian would say. By this deed you do disgrace your line, Lord Horschfont. There's a wyvern over here. A wyvern, but there were no reports of Dravanian activity. He's got all the health. You would call upon your allies to save you. At last your treachery is laid bare. Let's get the chirurgien. Aucun des médecins. Yeah, this dude is not damage-taking type dude, I think. Let's ignore the wyvern and take out the man. Where is our stun? There's the stun that's on cooldown, but we lose damage to do that, which we don't need. Hey, come back here, dude. Alderic. That's right, you're stunned now. You're going down. This will not be forgotten. Pick up Alderic's rosary. Oh, okay. Is it gonna turn me into a scaly? Because I was already one of those the wyvern takes to the skies. We obtained a draconian rosary. Uh-oh. Duty complete. That could do with a sting. It is not our intention to defy the will of the Archbishop, but this trial, like many others, I fear, has been orchestrated by enemies of House Elenart. We have used you and your fellows to sow discord, Inquisitor, to set brother against brother that we may tear ourselves apart. The fevered imaginings of a desperate man. What proof do you have of this? Blow a kiss, Erwin. By the Fury, a draconian rosary, and the knight who refused to yield, it was he who summoned the wyvern. A heretic in the ranks of the Temple Knights. This has grave implications. Your claims would appear to have merit, Lord Horschfont. I shall withdraw my charges against Lord Francel, pending further investigation. Don't let this fucking rat walk free. I trust you have not lost sight of what first brought you to Kurthus, Erwin. Pray locate your errant airship and use it. Yeah, make like a ship and float. Lord Horschfont, I have not the words to express my gratitude. Why would you risk your reputation to save mine? Because I know you, boy. Too loyal to betray Ishgard, and too devout to question your sentence. If you'd been any slower, you'd have jumped of your own free will. Yes, I am a dumbass. I would have done whatever it took to redeem House Elenart. Praise Halone, it did not come to that, but it profits us little to dwell on what might have been. Let us quit this place, Longpoint. Pray visit me at Camp Dragonhead once you have recuperated. Am I short? Am I short or are they tall? I don't like looking up at these NPCs. I should be looming over them, an immense dragon dude. Franchement, I'm entering from the back. Let's get the fuck out of Snowtown. Surely we've got enough signatures on our petition now. Here at change.org, we're the airship you can believe in. You look well, Longpoint. May I say what a pleasure it was to fight alongside such a fearless and skillful warrior. Were it not for you, Lord Francel would surely have died defending the honor of his house, and I might well have perished at the hands of a heretic and his wyvern. House Fort Tom and House Aelinart shall never forget your service. Now let us return to the matter of your missing Enterprise. Yeah, let's get started on that one. The final flight of the Enterprise, that's promising. A man with knowledge of the Enterprise awaits you outside. I pray his information proves useful to you. So all this time we just ended up not even... Oh, okay. How quickly the commoners' opinions change. They say Lord Francel is innocent now, but just a few days prior. Anyway, you were inquiring as to the whereabouts of an airship last seen in Kurthus several days before the calamity, yes? Well, as it happens, I was monitoring the night sky at the observatorium during that period. I recall that a small vessel came from the direction of Gridania and landed near the Stone Vigil in the far northwest. The garrison almost certainly seized the vessel and brought it within their walls, so then you would need an army of knights if you had any hope of securing it. Though Lord Orchefont is, from all indications, quite fond of you, so mayhap he can lend you a few. In any case, I've done my part. I shall pray for your success, friend. Yeah, thanks, dude. I thought that, my sense of the geography of this place is all shook up. Orchefont. Oh, so you located the Enterprise. I believe congratulations are in order. The Stone Vigil. Perhaps I spoke too soon. The outpost has been held by the dragons for years, and all access is restricted by decree of House Durandare. I will write a letter to Lord Drillmont of White Brim Front and request that he grant you permission to enter. That said, I fear my influence alone will not suffice, so I suggest that you request Lord Francel do the same. Now that your business in Camp Dragonette is concluded, I suspect we may not meet again for some time. Wish you well in your journeys, Longpoint. May Halone guide you. Couldn't do anything without talking to every single highborn motherfucker in this snowscape, could we? A webwork of permissions. You know, for an oligarchy, what's the term for rule by royalty without a king, where everything is still hereditary and title-based, but there is no central authority. Francel. Wonderful to see you again, Erwin. If there's anything I can do to repay you, name it. So the airship you seek is likely inside the Stone Vigil. Shames me to say that it too was once an outpost held by House Aelinart. In the chaos that followed the calamity, the Dravanian horde caught us unawares. The fiends have held the outpost ever since. As we lack the strength of arms to retake the Stone Vigil, House Durandare instead has been charged with the duty. Given that, I doubt that my words will carry much weight with Lord Drillmont. Nevertheless, I will write you your letter. Before you depart, a word of caution. The cravens who attempted to destroy House Aelinart have yet to be unmasked. Though their plans were foiled, they doubtless still harbor great hatred toward us, and toward you now as well. You still just talking about your still talking your strange jewel crafting analogies. You know, maybe he recognized that we are in fact a goldsmith, and, unfortunately we are not a sufficiently studied one to understand the metaphor that he is attempting to share with us. But I appreciate that he believes in our expertise. Alright, so I think we're gonna go ahead and do this dungeon. Oh man, there is more stuff that happens over here too. Does it happen here now? Please let me into this dungeon. I'm a good boy, and I deserve respite. I deserve peace. Long flight, huh? Thank fuck for straight lines, always. The person we're looking for inside? No. Brunadier. You desire an audience with Lord Drillmont, do you? I desire a night in a warm bed with his wife, but wishing won't make it so. Glowing letter of introduction addressed to House Durandare. Glowing letter of introduction addressed to House Durandare. What do we have here? Letters from Lord Orchfont of Francel, is it? Likely. Oh, you're serious. What to do, what to do. Feel inclined to help me. Your timing could not have been worse, traveler. Lord Drillmont's attentions are focused solely on the stone vigil at present. In any case, it is not my responsibility to escort visitors. Take your letters and show them to Sir Alboise. Yeah, Sir Alboise can accommodate you. Seek her in the storeroom on the opposite side of the yard. Oh boy. Just let me go into the stone vigil, please. Please. I can feel the juices being sapped directly from me. Where is the person I'm supposed to talk to? Storeroom? Is this it? Is she up here? Where is she? Ma'am? Ma'am? I'm losing my mind. Where is our target? Is there another floor? Is there another room in here? Alboise. Oh yes, looks like below. Yes. Hey Alboise. So Brunner dear bade you speak to me, did he? I know not why he presumed I would be a better position to help, but I assure you he is mistaken. Lord Drillmont hasn't the time to spend speaking with low-ranking knights such as I. However, he always has a moment to spare for the head chirurgeon Astidian. Why not visit the infirmary upstairs and show your letters to him? Oh, it's enough to make you long for proper authoritarianism instead of just fractious casteism. Are you here to visit a patient, sir? What's this? Letters of introduction from House Forton and Elinard. With documents such as these, you needn't seek an escort. Pray proceed to the barracks and speak with Sir Goodalnu. He should know Lord Drillmont's current whereabouts. Thanks for giving me the runaround, jerks. This is just one of those nice games we play with foreigners. We tell them, maybe it's like the way they flirt. Is he on the ground floor here? Am I gonna fly past him? No. Pretty sure there's a quest to do with soup coming up. Goodalnu. What reason do you have for barging into? Oh, I see. Well, you're in luck. Lord Drillmont is just up these stairs. Letters or no, I would not expect much. House Durandare as a whole does not hold adventurers in high regard. You'd best state your intentions quickly and succinctly. Show proper respect, and it shall be returned in kind. Goodalnu. Drillmont. Sir Goodalnu permitted your passage. Very well. Speak. Well, here's some letters that I got. Talk to me. Oh, he's got a goofy look to him. You wish to brave a ruined outpost filled with scalekin to secure an airship that may or may not be there. Are you the avatar of the Fury herself? Hey, friends. Where have you been? We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, Lord Drillmont. You know our name, and you know our deeds. We are come to Kurthus to slay Garuda, Lady of the Vortex. To that end, we seek the Enterprise, the airship of Master Sidnun Garland, who stands before you now. Master Garland, you're alive, but that's impossible. Indeed it is, my lord. Do not be deceived by their honeyed words. These foreigners are not to be trusted. At this critical moment in Ishgardian history, as House Durandare marshals its forces to retake the Stone Vigil, who should appear in white brim front but 3 mysterious strangers? Sid Garland, missing and presumed dead since before the calamity, and 2 Scions of the Seventh Dawn, a defunct band of misfits recently exterminated by the Empire. The lesser houses may have been duped by these grandiose lies, but I should hope that House Durandare would have greater sense. I know not why these 3 seek the Stone Vigil, but I know that we cannot permit them to pass. Thank you for your counsel, Inquisitor. For a moment I nearly believed this mummer's farce. Fuck me. You 3 will not enter the outpost until we've reclaimed it, and until you declare your true intentions as well. Of course not. Of course not. It could be moons before House Durandare purges the dragons from the Stone Vigil. We cannot afford to wait that long. Sid, Arwen, We must do whatever it takes to earn Lord Drillmon's trust, understood? So, since we have to earn his trust anyway, we could have just started here. I'm just saying, we could have just started here. Make me distribute soup. Where's the soup quest? Show me the way to go, soup. Soup. Ostfall. Eyeing us with interest. You the lad responsible for that commotion upstairs. Aye, word travels fast in Wyber in front. I gather you still wish to change Lord Drillmont's mind. There's one thing I've learned about the man in my time here. It's that he listens to and respects the opinions of those under his command. Went over the barracks and he's sure to take notice. How, you ask? That's easy. Serve the poor souls decent fare for a change. The last few supply shipments contained no meat whatsoever, and the knights are rightfully beginning to complain. I'm thinking we would prepare the steaks using mud puppy tail meat. It wouldn't be quality meal, it's true, but it's a damn sight better than nothing. If you've a mind to lend a hand, why not await a lurking mud puppy in Danafin Pass, and take this bottle of vinegar? Locals say it weakens mud puppies by clogging their mucus glands, drying their skin. Sure. I was drifting a little close to what we were doing for Sid, which we completely forgot to do there. Where the fuck is the mud puppy? Over here. Zipping back and forth, getting permission to do the things that we need to do. Wouldn't be Final Fantasy if you could just go where you needed to be. Alright, destination, let's get some tale. Factual folklore. Beep. Hey. How you doing? Oh, they survived a hit. Survived 2 hits. Didn't make it to the 3rd. And of course, there isn't even an etherite up there. This is all savage. Why must they build their civilization so spread out? Good old Yarnum over there. Looks pretty small at this range, doesn't it? But I think that is the city, or maybe it is just the gate. Mayhap 'tis but the gate. Through and through. Hey, Ostfall, how are we doing? Didn't work, did it? I thought it was an idiotic idea. I forget we... Cross-section of meat sliced from the tail of a spotted mud puppy. This bone has not been removed. Oh dear, it reminds me to never wander near the mud puppy spawning grounds without a bottle of vinegar. Any road, it only should take a moment. I'll just need to do this, and voila. Never seen a man cook steaks that fast, have you? Take these 3 and distribute them to the hungry knights here and above. Whew, en Berlin. We ought at least to receive a hearty meal before we march off to die in this godforsaken waste. The rubbery texture of mud puppy meat will ensure your jaws grow exhausted before your belly grows full. Is that a fresh-cooked steak? Halone's blessings be upon you, my friend. Mud puppy meat or no, it's the most delicious food I've had in a fortnight. Theophylline. You there, lad. Don't think I didn't see you and the cook conspiring together. Let me make myself perfectly clear. You wish to buy my trust with a steak, it would be my pleasure to oblige you. Take it, it's all yours. Yes, I feel invigorated, refreshed, as if I have the strength of 10 men and their wits besides. I should have no trouble concocting a new reason to refrain from sentry duty. Admirable, man after my own heart. Immortel. Everyone must be trained to maintain our skill at arms, yet never are we to receive proper sustenance. You are a godsend, my friend. Too few appreciate that House Durandare must do more than its fair share for the sake of Ishgard. You know, maybe we could just, start a monster hunting business or something. Not business even, just charity. Just go forth and murder our way through this world. I gotta go talk to the chef again? Damn it. Tell me that was enough. Tell me that all it took was just a little bit of home cooking. Most of all, Feels wonderful to see everyone in such high spirits. Amazing what good food can do for morale, eh? Ah, but I've forgotten about the hard-working chirurgeons of the infirmary. So rarely do they take their meals here in the hall. I'm taking this steak to Sonata. She's doubtless so preoccupied with the health of her patients that she's neglected to attend to her own. Just trying to save the world here, guys. Just trying to save the entire planet, and in fact, multiple universes behind it. That's all that I'm doing. So happy to do a little door dashing on the way. Beg your pardon, sir, but I'm busy attending to this man. I'll be with you in a moment. Same item description. Is that? Come to think of it, it has been quite a while since I last ate. Suppose it wouldn't hurt to have a nibble. Oh my, this is fantastic. Thank you so much. I'll eat the rest right away. Looks like there's another job here and here. Oh, it's Sid. Alright, so now we gotta remember how Sid's different from that last guy. Might I have a word with you, Long Point? It concerns the chirurgeons. After speaking with them earlier, I learned they lack sufficient alembics for their needs, you see. So I used some of their broken equipment to craft a more advanced alembic, both as a gesture of goodwill and as a means to help me recover my memories, since working with my hands kindles familiar feelings. All I require to complete the device are the cores of 3 ice sprites. Though commonly used to reduce the temperatures of alchemical mixtures, there's a way to alter their properties so they draw the cold within, rather than radiate it without. It must sound ridiculous to you, impossible even, yet somehow I know it'll work. Alright, I'm glad that we're giving the gift of an alembic to this house. I mean, if it's gonna save people's lives, then that's something. Thank God for cruising over walls. Looks like we're not alone out here. I'm going to help. I didn't help. Here, I'm gonna conjure this ice sprite. Are they done? Looks like they might be done. Oops, that wasn't the button I was looking for. That was, though. Look off, chinchilla. Show me more ice sprites. There's one. The very devil. Spirits within. Spiky. There's nothing wrong with the paladin, really. Ice sprite. Was the other one bound to? Control C. Fancy. Alright. At least we get to see this place in various times of day, as we literally spend an entire living human world day here. Hey, Sid. Where are you at? Have you obtained the cures? If so, please show them to me. So cold, these cores are said to freeze the very air around them, making them perfect for cooling drinks on an especially hot day. And just go out and murder a, deadly cold spirit and then dunk it in your glass. What an amazing device. But is it truly an alembic, sir? I've never seen one. I've never seen its like before. I too am unsure what to make of this machine. While certainly impressive, I have no idea how to make use of it. Nevertheless, if it is effective as he claims, it will be a great boon to the infirmary. Think of the medicines we can create, the lives we can save. Even so, I wonder. Leading in through the window. Where be the kindly stranger, bearer of gifts wondrous and strange, for his generosity comes at a cost. Shut the fuck up, Guillaume. Fuck off. Their earnest efforts are but a means to the as yet unknown end. Moreover, you should be wary of associating with individuals who have interfered with the questioning of a suspected heretic. They did what? Bless you, Inquisitor, for coming along when you did. We almost succumbed to the temptation proffered by these unbelievers. What do they believe in exactly? Halone, I guess. Why did that man detest us so? Is it all because we interrupted Lord Francel's trial? Whatever his reasons, he clearly means to oppose us at every turn. Yeah. I mean, you can't see why. You're not just seeing that he's a man in a lot. Sid is concerned about Inquisitor Guillaume. Yeah, no shit. Before we can persuade Lord Drillmore to help us, it seems we must convince Inquisitor Guillaume that we are not his enemy. But just how might we go about doing that? We know little and less about the good Inquisitor, despite him being such a prominent figure in Curthus. Perhaps you should learn more by speaking to the people of Whitebrim Front. Share your findings with Halone in the square. I'm sure you can formulate a strategy from there. Oh boy. I got a strategy. It's called Big Knife. Inquisitor Guillaume. Oh, yes, of course I know of him. Alas, I've not seen him since the day he came to Whitebrim Front several moons ago. My memory is somewhat muddled, but I recall that a blizzard nearly buried us in snow that day, and I had the ill fortune of being assigned to the Night's Watch. While the stronghold slept, we walked the walls and patrolled the exterior in a darkness black as pitch. My route took me outside the eastern gate at one point, where I caught sight of a silhouette illuminated by the light of the city. Thinking it was a wayward traveler, I cried out and gave chase, but slipped, took a terrible fall. When I woke, it was days later in this very bed, where I've lain recuperating from my injuries ever since. I tried to rescue him, but in the end, Inquisitor Guillaume rescued me, carrying my unconscious body to the gates. I owe my life, sir, and I hope one day to repay his kindness. Wow, what a nice dude. Sounds like we should not murder him with a knife, not tell you when we murder him with a knife. Back down to the storage. It's Alboise again. Inquisitor Guillaume, I haven't the foggiest of whom you speak, unbeliever. Aye, we've learned of your deeds at Witchdrop. I will not be party to whatever dastardly schemes you've hatched against the Inquisitor. Away with you. Oh boy, why are we working to save this civilization again? Patrick can have a bad opinion about games. Under Inquisitor Guillaume's watchful gaze, unprecedented numbers of heretics have been unmasked and brought to justice. They say he goes days without sleep, so great is his devotion. Blessed are we to have such a goodly, righteous man to protect us. Looking to me like the knife solution is the right solution. He keeps putting people to death. I love this guy. Most for tell me you're not this dude the spell. The Holy Sees decreed the Inquisitors the arbiters of Halone's will. That wasn't. They ought to be afforded every courtesy and the utmost respect. Okay, well, at least he wasn't himself licking the boot, merely relaying, presumably straight-faced. Hey, Alphano, I've got a knife. How do you feel about the knife solution? Shiver. In case you've yet to notice, my attire is ill-suited to this climate. I realized it soon after our arrival, but paid it no mind, as I hoped we might find the Enterprise far faster. Instead, we've wasted far too much time meddling in local affairs. Yeah, you had the opportunity to cut this shit down when you did the rework, but... Never mind. Our journey is almost at an end. All that remains is to deal with this irksome Inquisitor. Sid tells me you've been busy making inquiries, yes? It should come as no surprise that he's held in high regard. People love cops. Even so, I'm beginning to suspect he has other reasons for hindering us now. Let us more closely review the testimonials you obtained, Longpoint. Mayhap they'll provide insight into Inquisitor Guillaume's motivations. Closely but briefly, please. Just quickly, please. Hello. He's deep in thought by the lights of Ishgard. Something troubles me about that wounded knight's account. He claims he fell chasing a figure in the darkness that he saw outside the eastern gate, yes, but the main road leads to the southwestern gate. Since we've arrived at Whitebrim Frontier, I've seen no travelers arrive by the eastern gate. Moreover, he said he glimpsed a silhouette illuminated by the light of the city, which would imply the Inquisitor came from north of the eastern gate, not south. But it cannot be so. That way lies naught but a deep chasm. Assuming Sir Juillot is not misremembering, the Inquisitor's behavior that night makes absolutely no sense, at least to me. Mayhaps retracing his steps will shed light on the mystery. We're gonna discover he can turn into a dragon. Pretty sure. Thank God for flying directly down into pits. Ethereal energies? I hardly know, plasmoids. Please, God, just come over here. Come closer. Let me just cut you down. Little fairy lights. Snow mound. Looks like there's a big dead drag here. This is interesting. It's like a partly... I guess the skeleton isn't really showing. It's just a dead drag. Oh, Inquisitor corpse. Uh-oh. This is the real Guillaume. He only put people he was fairly sure were heretics to death. Well, show the bloody encyclical to Halone. Land. Halone, 10 men lost their lives when you broke the line. You found something, didn't you? Well, don't keep me waiting in suspense. Let's see it. The scroll contains what appears to be an official papal appointment to the position of Inquisitor. Given the contents of this encyclical, I believe you just made the acquaintance of the real Inquisitor Guillaume. Why wouldn't he have just taken it, though? Surely he should have taken it. Newly come to Kurthus and murdered on the day of his arrival. Yes, it would have been a simple thing to assume his identity, for even if he were to behave oddly, who would dare question the wisdom of a papal appointment? But surely he should have taken that paper. Still, while this is incontrovertible proof the Inquisitor is an impostor, we have yet to discern his true identity or why he's decided to oppose us. We must proceed quickly, Longpoint, before he learns that his deception's been discovered by the Light of Ishgard. Why would he have left that on the body? Since Lord Drillmont has already been turned against us, I fear that this encyclical alone will not serve to convince him of our claims. But what might persuade a man so quick to disregard the endorsements of two high houses? The cook did say that the Lord listens to and respects the opinions of his knights. If a certain knight were to provide testimony that supports our claim, yes, mayhaps that is the only way left to us. Confront Sir Joyeux with the evidence you discovered and see if that helps him recall the truth of that night. As a man of faith, he may find it difficult to cope with such a horrifying revelation. Nevertheless, we must do everything within our power to secure the enterprise. He'll be okay, I think. And if his spirit is broken, well, I mean, my spirit's broken right now, so spread the love around. Oh, you've returned. Is there something else you wanted to ask? Official appointment to Inquisitor. The Inquisitor's an impostor. Don't be preposterous, that could not possibly be true. He's a paragon of virtue, a dedicated servant of the Fury. You would have me believe that is all a lie? If you are so certain that your ludicrous story is true, then go and speak with Ser Prunilla. She's at the Eastern Gate that night and helped the Inquisitor carry me here. But I will never speak against the man who saved my life. I cannot get over that the encyclical would have been the most useful part of that entire plan, and leaving it there is just evidence for no reason. You, I do not believe I know you, sir. Pray move along and trouble me no more. Are you in the habit of handing bloody documents to strangers? Why would you show me such a dreadful thing? I know not of it. Not at all. Keep talking, I gotta doubt her account. You doubt my words? I'm doubting you. I'm doubting you. You know, don't you? Fury take me, I prayed this day would come. When Ser Joyeux gave chase, I followed close behind. He didn't fall. One of those Dravanian abominations lashed out at him, nearly killed him right then and there. I drew my sword and rushed to his side, straining to see the enemy. But what came from the dark was not a beast, but a voice. He knew about me. Things, secrets about my family that I never told another. He said that if I kept his confidence, Ser Joyeux and I would be spared. But if I defied him, everyone I loved would suffer unimaginable horrors before they died. When at last I agreed to his terms, the men came forward. His robes marked him as the man came forward. His robes marked him as an inquisitor, but I knew him to be false. Together we carried Ser Joyeux to the infirmary, and on his first night in Whitebrim Front, Inquisitor Guillaume was heralded as a hero. Soon after came the accusations. Countless men and women of good moral standing, seized whilst in possession of draconian rosaries. As I feared, he was condemning the innocent to death. I wanted to confess to Lord Drillmont, wanted to put an end to the madness, but then I would remember the Inquisitor's threats, and so I did nothing until Lord Francel was accused. Some time ago, I followed the Inquisitor and found that he kept draconian rosaries in a chest hidden southeast of Whitebrim Front. So I took several from his chest and planted them in shipments bound for Skyfire locks. as I hoped they were discovered and considered evidence of a conspiracy against House Halone, thus exonerating Lord Francel and casting doubt on other recent trials. That is the entire truth, I swear. Halone, forgive me for not acting sooner. I do like that detail, that in fact it was two different actors being conspiratorial. She was deliberately trying to expose a conspiracy by making a sloppy move in the impression of a conspiracy. That's good tradecraft right there. 100%. Hey, Guillaume, could you come and try to stop me, please? Because I would love to just kill you and put an end to this. The suspicious box. Your Grace, I found a box. You've been so trusting of me so far. I found this, this casket of Disneyland trinkets. Why do you persist in this folly? I will not grant you 3 access to Stone Vigil. Do not make me repeat myself. The envelope contains what appears to be an official papal appointment. We know about that. The brands of unbelievers and enemies of the holy... There'd better be a very good explanation for why you were carrying these rosaries. Where did you find this papal encyclical? Fury, take me, the Inquisitor is a heretic. Never before have I heard such an unbelievable tale. But this evidence in your testimony could have no other explanation. I have misjudged you and your friends, Longpoint, and for that I deeply apologize. I will permit you to enter the outpost, but first I must needs beg your assistance. Help me and my knights bring this infernal impostor to justice. The Freud among us, heretic among us. Okay, that thrice-damned heretic has murdered countless innocents and made a mockery of our laws. Hells take him and his Dravanian allies. I am told he makes for Snowcloak even now, intending to pass judgment upon yet another poor soul whom he has branded a heretic. If we hurry, there may be time still to prevent another tragedy. Lend me your strength, Longpoint. Together let us put an end to this impostor's heresy once and for all. It's cool that even after you see exposed the utter folly of this system of declaring people heretics and inquisitating them, you're still thinking very much in those terms. Shouldn't you feel a little jaundiced about this wholesale throwing of people off of cliffs because some unaccountable power who didn't even bring you a note saying that he was an official papal murder man? You learn nothing? You learn nothing. I suppose you've had no time to reflect yet, and you'll come to your senses soon. That's how these things usually go, right? Everybody loves coming to their senses. Alright, it's Icetown. Quite the party over here. Osterndare Knight. Good to have you with us, sir. When Lord Drillmont arrives, we are to confront the Inquisitor. If he refuses to go quietly, we will need to use force. Are you prepared for that eventuality? Level sinking. I love it. You needn't tremble so, my child. The righteous shall enjoy everlasting peace in Halone's halls. Only the wicked. But why? Why must I die? By all that is holy, I swear to you, I have never questioned the teachings of Halone. Inquisitor, release the maid and come with us. My Lord Drillmont, what is the meaning of this interruption? You are aware that I am at present conducting an interrogation, are you not? Silence, villain. I named the heretic murderer of Inquisitor Guillaume and countless innocents, while I stood by and just let you do it. You are a traitor to Ishgard, to your own kith and kin. Your sins are beyond measure and redemption. What? Grave allegations indeed, but you will find your logic is flawed. How can I betray that to which I owe no allegiance? No, Lord Drillmont, my conscience is quite clear, I assure you. I wonder. You say the same. You whose hands are black with the blood of those whose only sin was to question your nation's crazed crusade. You speak to me of Ishgardian innocence? Ha! All are complicit in these crimes, and all live their lives by the Archbishop's lives. But I know you will not hear me, deafened by dogma as you are. If you desire retribution, Lord Drillmont, then come. Let us see how Ishgardian steel fares against Dravanian fang and claw. I mean, he's not wrong. He's extremely not wrong. Show the heretic no mercy. He must pay for the innocent blood he's spilled. Ignorant swine, soothe you all the futility of your faith. Or rotten meat. Oh, shit. The rotten meat went out. I apologize, I attempted to stun him. Oh, he's unstunnable, so that all works out. Oops, fucked up that combo there. Oh, he's summoning lizards. Do you see, heretic? You and your allies are no match for the might of Ishgard. How wrong you are, Ishgardian. I have the other way around. I've been blessed with powers beyond you can. Come, my brothers, grant me some with the strength to smite our enemies. Whew, losing it. Oh, he became big. Guillaume, you're large. I am reborn. Stand your ground, 'tis but an illusion. I'm not sure that's the case. Truly, I am not. Every man from a dragon stands before you, yet still you do not flee. Your magics have no power over me, heretic. Electric vegetation. No, it cannot be. Let's cut him down. Wait, does something kill everybody? Why does it kill everybody? We should have done the small ones first. I wonder if any of our friends have perished because we greedily tried to target just the host. How many dinner parties have failed because you only tried to assassinate the host instead of clearing the entire room of guests? My glamour's dispelled. Oh, it was an illusion. Your plans lie in ruin, heretic. Choose your words wisely, for they will be your last. You may not recall the many Ishgardians I have sentenced, but the families of the dead will never forget. Blood has been repaid with blood, and for that I am content. My only regret is that you yet live. Place a death curse on him. Pronounce something somber, but your end is nigh, foreigner. The dragons within the stone vigil will rend you asunder. When you are dead, White Brim Front shall fall. Oh, that's not Oshfall. Defiant to the last. Leave the body for the crows. His ilk deserves an odd better. I mean, his critique of your society is accurate. Longpoint, I must apologize for involving you in this sordid business. You should never have been asked to intervene in Ishgardian affairs of state. Yeah, no shit. I came here to learn where a boat was. Rest assured, I have not forgotten the matter which first brought you into our midst. It is past time you were reunited with your airship. But this is not the place to discuss such matters. Pray visit me at White Rib Front and bring your associates. I'm going to kill God. What's Halone's address? Please. Plug it into my phone. I'm gonna go ruin her day. Fucking shit. We could just talk about it right here. Right here. We're here. It's either this one or that one. I'm not sure which. Probably that one. But seriously, we don't need to fucking retire to your study to talk about me going into your this area is getting a D, maybe a D plus, just for the double conspiracy angle. This is astonishing that they left this in this state when they did the rework. Where have you been, Longpoint? The false inquisitor's been slain, has he? Yes, well, his was a tale always like to end in bloodshed. Though you've overcome the latest in a long line of unfortunate impediments, I would ask you not to revel in your victory just yet. We can celebrate once we've secured the Enterprise. I gotta go find Sid, presumably? Oh, fuck. Yep, tell me what to do, Alphano. In pursuit of the past. As I'm sure you'll agree, it is past time we entered the Stone Vigil. Pay Lord Drillmon a visit to remind him of his obligation to us. Sid and I will follow on. Yeah, dude. Yeah, it was absolutely fantastic that I just had to talk to every single person at every step of that way in the precise location of their choosing. It's just been great. Drillmont! Drillmont, please, give me the key. Attune me to this dungeon. We owe you all great debt of gratitude. Had it not been for you, the heretic masquerading as Inquisitor Guillaume would still be among us, free to prey upon the innocent. So why was he allowed to do that, dude? Was it because you were letting him just execute anybody he pointed at? Is that what was going on there? Seems this is your fault. You didn't even demand a writ from the Pope. I see now that I was a fool to dismiss your claims out of hand, but you must understand it seemed too much to hope that the signs of the Seventh Dawn still lived, to say nothing of Master Garland. Never have I been happier to be proven wrong. Well, it is gratifying to know that someone has derived a measure of enjoyment from your error. It wasn't us. Now, if you have no further objections, we would appreciate it if you would permit us to enter Stone Vigil and retrieve our airship. Yes, of course, it is the very least I can do, given all that you've done for us. But entering the outpost is the least of our concerns, I fear. You speak of the Dravanians that now hold the ruin. You better not be talking about something else. In part, yes, I should explain. Shortly after you arrived, I had my men scour the old records. They confirmed that an abandoned airship had been seized by the soldiers garrisoned at the Stone Vigil in the days following the calamity. As far as we've been able to ascertain, it was still in their custody when the outpost was overrun by dragons. Whether it was damaged or destroyed during the battle, I cannot say, nor give you any assurances that it has not been removed in the intervening years. Thank you. I wasn't asking for them. For far too long, the ruin has served as a Dravanian outpost and Kurthas from which they have struck out with depressing regularity. We push them back behind the walls. We may have been unable to drive them out and cannot say the situation will change. We will change it. Let us go. Or how it will change. Forgive me, Lord Drillmont, but there's no guarantee that you will prevail. In any event, there is no time to wait. We will secure property without Ishgardian aid. Thank you, Alphino. I see. Well, that may be for the best. No shit. I will inform Sir Nethelane of your impending visit. May Halone guide you, Science. Thank you. Did I ask for your help? All I asked was that you let me pass the doors without murdering your guards. Which, frankly, I think everyone would happily have done. I'll switch to Dark Knight to murder the guards. Sheesh. May it end. Oh man, we are gonna have to come back here and just deal with more heretic bullshit before too very long. Don't remember how long that stuff is. Nathalane. Hail Longpoint. Lord Drillmont has apprised me of the situation. You may enter the Stone Vigil whensoever you will. Thank Christ. Fuck Halone. Undersized party. We're just gonna go in solo and squish it. That's interesting. It's level 50, even though our character is only, oh no, well, yeah, the quests were like level 40, 42, weren't they? So you expected to be way in advance of where you were MSQ-wise at this point? That seems flawed. Could I borrow that airship, maybe? Whoa, what's going on here? What is this music? It sounds like a ringtone. Why is there like a chiptune ringtone playing? I mean, it's great. I'm not gonna say it's not excellent, but yeah, we're cranking that way up. Oh, whoa, okay. I see. That was wild. So what was that? Were my headphones? Oh, you know what? I think my headphones might have been out a little bit. I don't know if that's what it was. Oh no. There it is again. It's like the quality of it just changes based on where we're standing. I like the chiptunes version. Give me that one. Alright, we're just gonna pull everything because there is no need to fear in here. Cut them all down. Who's this? It's the Watch Wyvern. Forgive me, Watch Wyvern. I've got instant attacks. And you've got nothing. Yeah. I'm gonna have to look up what's... Yeah, why does it just change quality like that? Oh, is this the combat version? That must be what it is. The combat version becomes fancy. How you like that, buddy? Yeah, that's all that it is. Crank it back up. It's Gornich. You're a very fancy model. He's swinging. What does that mean? I don't love that. Yeah, show us your mechanics, Gornich. Gornich. Summon little boys, vigil airs. Ooh, they turn into bombs when they die. Horrific blood bombs. Wow. Well, I'm just gonna shut Gornich down, I think. Gornich gets to be deleted. Very fancy model. Cut him up. Bring back the chiptunes. Yeah. Sounds like Game Boy music, I guess, is what it really sounds like. The Half-Gloves of Divine Death. Fancy. Here comes the sacrifice. Just cut them all up. You know, I'm not sure I've done this one yet in all of my randoming. An army of slaves and fanatics, you've been blind, but you shall see. Bring in the tambourine. That's what we need. Your faith means nothing, mine everything. Yeah. I'm trying to turn to a dragon, lady. You look like you're trying to turn into a dragon. Yeah, you are. The only truth is fire. Is this Dark Souls? This is definitely Dark Souls. This sounds just like Dark Souls boss music. Yeah, bring it up. Jura Avis. Oh yeah, no, I have done this one for sure. Because I have done this Bertha business. I mean, not personally. I was just, tanking stuff. Other people manned the cannons. Castlevania music, really. The fact that it can't decide on which track it wants to use is very funny to me. Alright, come back, yeah. Thank you for standing directly in front of Bertha. She's got so much to share. Come along, dragonfly hunters. Little baby drags, these are child soldiers here. There's some real interesting stuff about why there is enmity between the Ishgardians and the dragons. Some of it's like basic, oh, that makes sense. And some of it's like, that makes sense. In light of dragons being the beings that they are. We'll come upon that later. Can you come down here so I can just obliterate you? Just another Watch Wyvern? Do we already get one? Or do we have more than one already? I'm on that door. Oh, there we go. Oh, we didn't get to see that get knocked down. We weren't looking the right way. What did they say? A worm to pluck. Couldn't see. Pause the video and tell me what it said, why don't you? Flames? That way's not open. Is this... okay. Thought that was a dead end. The strong room. Oh yeah, this is a strange one. Rest when you've earned it. To use this to start the encounter. Strong moves alone. There we go. Oh, it's Big Turd. Man the cannon whilst we bleed the beast. Yeah, I guess we can't just pop him, so we gotta birth him. You just have to prep them all, or how does it work? How does this work? Oh, there's a button, an action down there. And kiss. are they? Spindly finger, lightning aspected, explosive. Heavy fortifications, fire with care. Strike true and deep. That's what are you supposed to do? Is this right? Is this going to take a quarter of an hour? I cannot tell what the right approach is here. I would love to just obliterate this thing with my hands, you know? Iron Kiss. Strike true and deep. Awake Steel. Oh boy, this might be taking a very long time. Balls. And I'm off the cannon again. Alright, put you on pause. Well, that didn't work. We're gonna have to restart this as a group. I'm gonna lose my mind. Yeah. Google agrees this is not soloable, so I guess I'm leaving. And then... Can I not withdraw when I'm in a dungeon by myself? I'm gonna get penalized for leaving a dungeon I was running by myself? Well, I'll put you on pause and bring you back when we get to the turtle. Guess we're doing this one legit. The gods must be crazy. See you shortly. Alright, it has been an evening of many defeats. We have been continually let down by this portion of the game. We're back here, we have friends. Grab a cannon. Let's hope that we can actually fucking get this done now. Everyone grab a cannon. Grab a cannon. You're not going to be able to hurt them with your fingers. Spindly finger. Alright, let's get going. Fuck. Off to a great start. That's just one of our fucking watchwords around here. I love that I can't target the boss without losing my cannon. Just shoot the thing, please, please, please. Is everybody shooting? I guess they are. Looks like he's bleeding down pretty quickly. We who are Fury's fighters strike true and deep. Oh, projectiles repelled by the creature's shell. Whoops. Stop it. Please don't kill yourselves, my friends. I need you yet. It would be amazing if we just started wiping on this. So we do have to keep these ding-dongs alive, or we'll be destroyed. Obviously. How do I leave this? Okay, I'm just gonna grab these dudes. All these little boys. Please tank them. Do they tank? Do they not even tank? Is that the thing that we're learning here? Maybe it's pointless to fight them this way and we're just supposed to shoot them with our lasers. Like this? Yeah, they didn't like that. We're just supposed to protect our knights with our cannon. So let the big men step in together. Please leave the knights alone. I need this encounter not to fail. Or my morale may fail. That would be a terrible shame. Yeah, they do not like getting hit with even that basic gun here. You can interrupt this. Oh yeah, you can. Cool. Don't kill that dude. He's an innocent. Please get back on your cannon, nobody. Oh, there's the reflection. I can't stun him. Somebody else did. Sweet. Alright. There we go. That's not so bad when you're not alone. Would have been nice if they just let me ignore it as a solo player. Helm of Divine War, isn't that what we wear as Dark Knight? Maybe not right now, I think it has been in the past. Alright, so now we're doing a dungeon together for real. A worm. A worm to pick from the apple. I think that's what it said, right? Keep forgetting that we have the full AoE rotation now on this character. We get it so much earlier than poor Dark Knight Erwin does. Just get our shield there. Block a few attacks. Prominence. Goblets. You think you need to see the trash? It's gonna take a lot longer than it would have otherwise. I think I'll skip it. We've entered the main storage vault. Is this the end? I don't remember. There was more to the map, but I'm not sure if there's more to the dungeon. Seems like if you were music changing all up on us. Gruvaganalis. Oh, please look at me, dude. Can you be stunned? You cannot. Good to know. Doing his little knockback charge there. I think there might end up being two of him. Ooh, tail swipe. Doesn't even want to be tanked. Leave that buddy of mine alone, why don't you? What you doing? Big poof of flame. Yep, there's two of them. Oh, there's two of them for sure. Please look my way if you would. I think the trick here becomes, as so often, just trying to avoid letting them drop their AoEs like on the same place, or with such crosses it becomes inconvenient to manage them. Oh, yikes. It's interesting, it's like an untelegraphed AoE. When it's telegraphed, he shows off he's doing it, but the target location is not shown. Whoa. Ride me down. An experiment in bosses who telegraph only with their bodies. Is this Dark Souls? Garuvaganos. What? Why did that song play there? Is there music playing somewhere other than in the game? I don't understand. It seems like we're getting very not in the game music right now. Lucid dreaming. You love to see it. How are we on? Yeah, that cooldown's coming up. Let's just wait for our damage cooldown here. And we'll hit a couple more. Here we go. Hit everything, please. Get out of the way. Yep, breathes fire right in front of him. It could actually have been, we would have been safe standing right in front of him. Hey, it looks like that was it. Poof. Poof, the main storage vault is no longer sealed. Just angle for those commendations. The Tonban of Divine Death. Shameful. Okay, so we're gonna get a cutscene as soon as we... Healing debuff. Yeah, well, I didn't even notice that one was hard. Oh, that's why we got that. That must have been an item drop expiring. Okay, got the music cranked. Let's step into this cutscene. Now, I don't remember for sure, but I think you might be able to do... Wait, what? Whoa, what? What just happened? I did. Is that not the stone vigil? There's a stone vigil easy mode. Forgive me. I need to go drop myself into a long, deep mine shaft. Well, here's the question. Do you think we can solo that turtle on hard? Geez, I'm truly losing it. On normal. Because I bet we can. I mean, I bet we can. Doing it on hard doesn't count, huh? Doesn't count, huh? It just doesn't count. Is that what I'm to believe? It doesn't count? Fuck. Well, I'll be back in a few minutes. God damn. This is actually a different dungeon. It's not the same layout. Hey, Chudo Yudo. Alright. I'm just going to obliterate you, okay? Hey, buddy. It's the same place, clearly, but different hallways and now different bosses. Down, outflyers. Well, I guess since it's a different dungeon, we can do it together again, can't we? Can't we? This is a whole hostage situation right here. This is a dead end. We don't need to go here. No, on a run, please. Dravanian outflyers. Are they just, they're not bugs. They're like fairy dragons, I guess is what they are. Yep. Let's turn the sound way down again. It's been super noisy. Music isn't doing it for me in here. Or burst. Disposed. Yep, just pile on one and all, gentlemen. Apparently there are, like, legendary quests that require that you do that hard dungeon, and even now, like, even at the very top of the game, it's still very difficult to solo that turtle. So you gotta go in and do that fucking dungeon for real every time. Not clear how many times. Crochet. Oh, there she is. So the Bertha encounter is still here, huh? And she left. Oh, that's interesting. I guess she wasn't the boss this time. She was just a, vigil skirt and coif. She was just set dressing. Merely a mechanic. Nope, that's an immediate dead end. Already we come up on the end. Alright, no wonder that shit was so hard. We weren't supposed to be doing that. This was no problem. Coming back through here, cutting everything open. I thought there was a different final boss. I'm pretty sure that this is a very evocative final boss. I'm pretty sure. Am I right? Well, we'll find out. No reason to... maybe not. Maybe it's just a dragon. Are you just a dragon, my friend? Down here in the strong room. Reveal your secret. Look, it's the Enterprise. Yes, just beyond that enormous sleeping dragon. He wasn't there before, but you know, it's improv. You don't say to him, you don't say, Sid, there's no dragon. The dragon is not our concern. We've come for the airship and only the airship. Sid, you and I will sneak aboard the Enterprise and prepare it for launch. Long Point, you stay here and keep an eye on the beast. If it wakes, you may need to provide a distraction until we are ready to depart. You can manage that, can't you? Of course I can, Alpha. Know it's what I'm for. That settles it then, shall we, Sid? As you command. Is he supposed to be... because that looks like the tarot deck that the astrologians use. Why, look. Is that La Habrea? So you mean to slay Garuda next? Interesting. Most interesting. Oh, that was your whole thought, huh? What did you think we were going to do next? Oh, okay, he's still here. And are you aware that her strength greatly exceeds that of your previous primal conquests? A testament to the fanatical devotion of her followers. The Ixal are nothing if not zealous. In spite of your past achievements, I labor to believe that you best this foe. Yet only a fool would underestimate the great bringer of light, slayer of Ifrit, bane of Titan. If any mortal is capable of defeating the Lady of the Vortex, it is you. Win or lose, the battle should at least make for an entertaining spectacle. Assuming, of course, that you live that long. Here's a dragon for you to kill. Making him purple, casting wakey uppies. Meow, meow. So many angry kitties out here. Alpha now the dragon. Confound it all. Roses. Face him down. Let us see how well your blasphemous gifts serve you this time, Crystal Bearer. Very well. Let's see. Hey, dragon. Isgabend. I think they're gonna serve us pretty good. Oh, he's in the air. It's all purple in the sky. He's doing the breath. Oh yeah, this is one of those swoop across the ground bosses. You can keep going. Oh, shit. Just poppin'. Oh, yeah. Goodbye, Isgabend. Dungeon Master. Wouldn't have minded getting that on my Dark Knight, but I guess it wouldn't have been as easy to solo as a Dark Knight, would it? Do 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 I think the amount that you actually gain experience-wise might be based on which class you have selected anyway, so it wouldn't have made a difference. If that's true, it may not be. We could easily find out by just swapping between some challenges while looking at class, or swapping between some classes while looking at challenges. Okay. So we made it. Nobody's gonna come and tell us, hey, you can't take this until you've delivered 3 porridges to the ailing wives of the village. Please, tell me I can't cross a threshold. Tell me I'm not allowed through that door. We're really fortunate that certain people have been declared as non-people and are so murderable, because if we needed permission to kill every person we ever kill, we would never get anything done. Why is it that certain folks are considered sufficiently civilized that we have to follow their rule, whereas others, opposing us, fall? This is the bias toward industrial civilization. Erwin, are you all right? Speak to me. 12 be praised, I feared the beast has injured you. I see now why the others rated you so highly. When you were caught in the midst of the etheric bubble with the dragon, I was all but certain my next mission would be to find a new champion. Thanks for the vote of confidence, short stuff. Thank the gods for sparing me that inconvenience. I've quite enough to do already, which reminds me, Sid is working on the Enterprise as we speak. Let's go see what he has to say. What say you, Sid? Will she fly? Yes, though it will not be a pleasant ride. It's harder even on shorter lines. Well, I dare say it will be no more unpleasant than staying here. 'Tis a pity the Enterprise is not in a better state, but if she will allow us to quit this place, I shall not complain. If we are all in agreement, let us return to Gridania. Though I would like nothing more than to set course for the Howling Eye, it is plain the Enterprise is in no condition to weather the storm. She must needs be repaired if we are to proceed with our mission. Yeah, so I think there's going to be some finding of crystals, some gem emerald getting. If we can't do Garuda immediately, then it's going on next episode. Because it is 12:30 in the morning. This is all so familiar. This is all so familiar. I know this airship. If I could just crunch my hand. Bah, it's no use. Let's go. Apparently Kuno got a new voice actor, along with many of the other performances in the new release of Disco Elysium. I've heard people say they don't like him as much. I don't know what to make of that character. They may have discussed that already. Okay, so where are we? Oh, we're back here. Alphino. Ah, how I longed for the more agreeable climate of the Twelves wood. You could have just put a shirt on, boyo. Yet I will not deny the Holy See has its charms. No, it didn't. Endless detours aside, our Ishgardian jaunt proved quite an adventure. It was only detours. Alas, our work is far from done. We still have an airship to repair and a primal to slay. No rest for the heroic, eh? Yeah, for sure. What are you gonna say, Sid? Sid appears to be in deep thought. Give me the cutscene, Sid. Fold those hammock arms. Calms me to look at it. It's as though I've been reunited with a part of me I never knew was missing. Hardly surprising. I don't know, that's half a no. Hardly surprising you did design and build her. I bear good news. The Seed Seers have granted our request to house the Enterprise. It may take as long as we need to repair her. Of course, it would be rank folly to take one moment more than we require. Garuda, lest we forget, grows stronger by the hour. If we are to have any hope of wresting this benighted realm from her talons, it must needs be soon. Though I am no expert in the workings of airships, it seems plain to me that the Enterprise suffered much from her time in the wilderness. Am I not correct, Sid? You are. Frankly, it's a miracle she carried us this far. As you know, the Howling Eye is encircled by a raging tempest, apt to turn proud trees to matchwood. Our battle will end before it begins if the Enterprise cannot weather the storm. Given time, I believe I can fully repair her. But if this tempest is as fearsome as you say, even that may not be enough. Confound it. There must be a way to brave the fury of the elements. The elements? But of course, that's it. We work upon the element itself. Using the power of a corrupted crystal, we could clear a path through the storm and spare the Enterprise a battering. Yep, crystals. I see you propose to utilize the properties of a crystal to alter the elemental aspect of the barrier. Seems so childishly simple in retrospect. Though mayhap not to you, Longpoint, we speak of the manifestations of over-aspected ether that can be found throughout Eorzea. Since the calamity disrupted the land's etheric currents, such crystals have become comparatively commonplace, which has been a cause of great woe, as they are known to warp etheric energies, including those of living organisms. The point is, we could theoretically use a corrupted crystal to convert the wind-aspected ether comprising Garuda's barrier into ether of another aspect, one she cannot control. With certain modifications, the Enterprise should be able to deliver us the Howling Eye in comfort, however hard Garuda blows. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. All this rests upon our ability to procure a crystal with the necessary properties. Have you any idea where we might acquire one? No, but I know a man who might. A scholar by the name of Lambertines. who resides in Camp Drybone. Strange as it may sound, I met him during my time at the church. Well, Marcus met him, I suppose, whether out of pity or for want of a more willing listener. He talked to me for hours at a time of his etheric studies, corrupted crystals being his pet subject. It was as a result of these conversations that poor Marcus was observed to possess an uncommon knack for theoretical science. That being him, of course, he's Marcus. Long point, I need you to return to Thanalan and seek out this scholar. Sid and I will set about repairing the Enterprise in your absence. Whew. Okay, well, that is a duty for another day. What a fucking session. D-. Admittedly, I kind of shot myself in the foot there, trying to solo the hard mode, then doing the hard mode, and only then realizing I was not on the right mode. So, that's that. We're closing in. Let me see how many we got to go. 32 quests remain. Let's see how soon we can wrap this and move on to the quest content for ARR. Which, I think we could skip a lot of it. We could skip the Crystal Tower, which is also kind of irritating. Not least because it involves us going and finding more corrupted crystals, which is what we're doing right now already. But it's also essential to Shadowbringers, but then again, that makes me think maybe we should do it closer to Shadowbringers, because I don't think it comes up again until then. What I kind of think is that we should do the Crystal Tower as part of the Stormblood patch content. Like, as soon as we finish the main story quest for Stormblood, maybe then we go to the Crystal Tower? I don't know, what's the right way to think about it? Because we want to do it before the end of Stormblood. Well, we'll figure it out anyway. We might not do it at the end of ARR. Because I'd like to get the things I've never seen before. And we're now within a ways of that. At any rate, see you soon.